Please raise your right. Give an indication to the teacher by waving your right hand that teacher is clearly audible. Thank you for the response. So all students, I am feeling very much energetic and they are ready to learn the new things in science. We will do certain activities, we will see some operators. Along with that, we will complete the assignment. All the students should be ready with the assignment. Pull out the assignment out of your bags. Open your notebook, science notebook. Anything else should be in your bags. Don't place anything else on your table. Remove the clutter. Well, dear students, everybody should be very much attentive in the lecture because in between I will put some questions. I have the names of the students section wise with me. Fine? Should be attentive. Write down the date. It is 19th May. Teacher name is written. And write down this topic. Dispersion of white light. Everybody, please write down the heading. I will explain many things on the board. A diagram is shown. Okay, now I feel students are well settled. All are very disciplined. Shabash. Bravo to all of you. Listen, Bete. Look, here the A point is shown as source of light. Source of light. And the important thing is, when we have to study the phenomena of dispersion, the condition is source of light should be the source of white light. That means this incident ray should be necessarily the white light incident ray. Correct? Any other colored light will not serve the purpose here. It is necessary that incident ray falling on the edge of the prism should be white in color. Number one. Number two, this triangular structure of glass is known as prism. Prism of glass. It can be consisting of any transparent object. It can be of acrylic, it can be glycerine, it can be ice, it can be transparent plastic. But usually in the laboratories, what you find, the prism is consisting of glass. Let me show you how it looks. It is a three-dimensional structure. Dear students, look in my hands. This is your prism. Just see. This is your prism. The front of the prism is triangular and the side of the prism is rectangular. Rectangular face, bottom is rectangular, here is rectangular, but this side and this side, two triangular faces, three rectangular faces. If somebody asks my students, define prism, my students all sitting in the section will define it like this. Prism is a transparent structure such that it is consisting of two triangular faces and three rectangular faces. Now you see better, Everybody please attentive. This incident ray is falling at this point, and this point on the edge represents the point of incidence. On one side of the point of incidence, there is rarer medium, but the prism being of glass, it is of denser medium. If in one class I asked my students, can you define the denser medium? The student said, sir, whose density is higher is denser medium. No, no, no. That formula of density does not serve here. In when we see the rarer medium and denser medium in terms of light, you have to say like this: the medium in which the velocity of light, the medium in which the velocity of light is higher, that is dense, that is rarer medium, and the medium in which the velocity of light is lesser, that is denser medium. So some student can clarify it by asking me the reverse question like this: sir, do you mean if outside is the air and inside is the glass, do you mean the glass is denser medium because light travels at a slower speed in glass and at higher speed in air? That is why you are saying air as rarer medium and glass as denser medium? My answer will be yes, my dear student, you have understood it correctly. Now you see, after entering into denser medium, this white light gets splitted into the seven colors, seven constituting colors. Okay, these seven constituting colors have been drawn by certain student on the drawing sheet. But if some students ask me, sir, how will it appear in the laboratory? In the laboratory, when you perform this experiment, it will appear like this. The corner figure is the original figure of the experiment. Just see, white light is striking the edge of the prism. It gets split up into seven colors, seven constituting colors. Okay, this splitting of the white light into seven constituting colors is referred as dispersion. So dispersion is the process in which white light gets split up into seven constituting colors while it passes through the prism, right? When these seven colors are seen on the piece of the paper, which is serving as the white screen piece of the paper, this beautiful pattern of seven colors is known as spectrum. Just see the spelling, spectrum. Some student ask me, sir, can you please classify me which seven colors are these in the spectrum? The answer is from down to top, you have to write the spelling Vibgyor. Vibgyor. That means the last color V stands for violet. The next color I stands for indigo. Still the upper one blue. Another one green. Finally the yellow one and the orange one, and the top one is red. That is why student will learn that spectrum consisting of seven colors represented by the word Vibgyor, starting from bottom to top. Spelling like bottom to top, Vibgyor. First letter V, I, B, G, Y, O, R. Collectively, they become Vibgyor. Is that clear? So, dispersion, you see splitting of seven into seven colors. Okay, so this is the whole picture of the dispersion. One important thing: had there been no prism, had there been no prism, all of you will say, sir, the light would have gone in that case in the straight line, rectilinear propagation. But due to the presence of prism on the way, light gets deviated this way. So if I ask about the red color, red color is deviated by this particular angle. So the angle between the red ray and the original direction of white light, this angle is known as angle of deviation of red color. Deviation means bending by a certain angle. Which angle? Angle of deviation. Correct? And the last one is violet. That means the angle of deviation for the violet color is maximum. Angle of deviation of the violet color is maximum, whereas angle of deviation with the red color is minimum. One important thing, if you see that this spectrum is say 10 centimeter wide, for example, from here to here, say it is 10 centimeter. We are just taking the example. The midpoint of 10 centimeter is 5 centimeter. At the midpoint, yellow color is always found. That is why yellow color is called the mean color. Mean color. One student is Alessandro is raising the hand. I think he wants to ask something. Please come on the mic, bete. What is your query?
Sir, if multiple white lights will strike the glass prism, then what will happen?
But sit down. Sit down. The student is putting me the question, a query. Sir, if instead of single white light, I throw various white lights on the edge of the prism, then let me tell you, there will be different sets of spectrum and all will merge mutually. Once again, another white light is thrown here, it will split into different set of 7 colors. And another white light thrown here, it will split up into different 7 colors. So different sets of spectrums will appear and they will merge into each other. Different colors will be there. Okay, you cannot say, sir, they will again become white. No, because they are separating from each other. If they are made to concentrate on a single point, then it will become white light. Here you see all are scattering away. So different sets of the spectrum will appear on the screen. Doubt clarified? Yes. So this was the dispersion. Let me discuss another point further. Look here. Now the all original things are here. I have told you many things. Look here. White light, it is the condition that white light should be mandatory. Otherwise, you will not. White light is must. Okay? This is called point of incidence. This is rarer medium. This is denser medium. This particular known as angle of the prism, represented by capital A. Light was supposed to go this way. This is the angle of deviation of red color. This is the angle of deviation of violet color, which is maximum. Is that clear? Denser medium is that in which light travels with the lesser speed. Rarer medium in which the light travels at the higher speed. This beautiful pattern of 7 color is called spectrum. But the process by which white light gets split up, that scientific process is known as dispersion. This was the whole summary once again. Now let me proceed to the next slide. Look here. This is the original rainbow picture. Rainbow. Which picture, bete? Rainbow. Some student can say me, sir, why are you showing the rainbow? Because rainbow is also one of the spectrum. Just look at the board. If I replace the prism by the hanging rain droplets, suppose there is a cloudy rainy season on some particular day and now the rain has stopped. Okay, it means there are certain hanging droplets in the air. So prism has been replaced by the rain droplets. and the white light which was coming from the source S, that white light is now coming from the sun. In case of the prism experiment which we have discussed, this source now is sun. So sunlight falls on the droplets or any droplets, and the spectrum now obtained on the screen of the sky, that is known as rainbow. Rainbow. Instead of saying it the spectrum or with your, we will call it rainbow. Yes, it is clear that rainbow also consists of same seven colors. Same seven colors. Which colors? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. But instead of saying it spectrum, we will call it as rainbow. So, next, this is your bete. Look at the figure. This is the human eye. Human eye. Let me tell many things to you. Human eye. Number one, look here. When light comes from the object, it first of all passes through a transparent layer called cornea. Maximum refraction takes at the cornea layer. Inside the cornea, there is transparent liquid called aqueous humor. Transparent liquid called aqueous humor. This aqueous humor never lets our eye lens to get dry. It keeps the eye lens as wet and moist. And wet and moist lens is must for its movement here and there. So this is your lens. It is ultra clear. Its complete name is crystalline ultra clear convex lens. Convex lens. Rather, I should say convex eye lens. Okay. If you see the lens from the front side, it will appear circular. But if you see from the side view, this is the side view of the eye, then it will appear thicker at the center and thinner at the edges. At the edges, it will be thinner, but from the center, it will be thicker. That is why it is called convex lens. Now you see, convex lens is attached to these kind of muscles, which I have called as ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles. What is the job of the ciliary muscles? These ciliary muscles can stretch the lens outward or can compress the lens. When they stretch the lens outward, lens becomes like thin this way, less thin, thicker. It becomes elongated. When the lens becomes elongated, ciliary muscle stretches outward. That means our eye is focusing on the far objects like flying birds. But when ciliary muscles compress the eyelids, the shape of the eyelids becomes like this. It means now our eye is focusing on the nearby objects. Nearby means like some student is reading the book, syllabus book. Okay, it can be the text written on the page of the paper, right? Now another thing you see, iris. Iris, you see, it is covering up the lens from the front side. What is the job of the iris? It has two special jobs. What is the job? Number one, iris gives the color to the human eye. You see, you have seen the students with different colors. These 5 colors are very much popular. Brown, black, blue, green, gray. Once again, 3 colors start from the Bombay alphabet, B alphabet. Brown, black, blue. Two colors start from the G alphabet: gray, green. These 5 colors of the eyes are most prevalent. Black is the ultra most prevalent. Okay. Another job of the iris is when it covers larger portion of the lens, it means lesser portion of the pupil is open. I have spoken a new word, pupil. What is pupil? This is the opening from where actual ray of light goes inside the eye lens. Pupil. So how much area of the pupil should be open to the ray of light? That is controlled by iris. If iris cover it from the front, it covers larger portion, lesser light goes. Sir, how it decides its job, whether it should allow more light to less or less light? Suppose I am standing here, all of a sudden the front truck switches on its light. Headlight of the truck gets on. Huge light will come and it can create unnecessary glare inside my eyeball. In that case, my iris muscles, my iris section of the eye will cover the lens major portion such that only small area of the pupil is open to the coming bright headlight from the truck. That will avoid the unnecessary glare inside the eyeball. Suppose on another day I have a 500 rupees note and I by chance I drop it somewhere in the room and there is a dim light in the room. Now naturally, even in the dim light, I will try to find out where I have dropped my 500 rupees note. In that case, when light is dim, these iris portion will go away such that larger portion of the pupil is open to the eye and more light should come into the eye. Then my eye will be able to find the lost 500 rupees note better efficiently. So iris controls the quantity of light entering into the eye lens. It serves the purpose of the shutter, like shutter of the camera. This eye lens now focuses the ray of light on a particular screen. That screen is known as retina. Retina has photosensitive cells. Photosensitive cells. These cells are primarily of two types. One is cones, other is rods. What is the job of rods and cones? Remember, C, memory tool. From C, remember C. Cones help us to see the colored objects. Cones help us to see the different colors. You all students will be surprised to know that no other organism, no animal, no bird has so good eyes capable to see colored objects as the human bodies can say. Only two species can have the best eyes. One is the human beings and other is the chimpanzee. Only two organisms, two beings, chimpanzee and human beings, have well-developed eyes having lots of the cones. Only two organisms can see the colored vision. Okay? Mostly the other words see black and white. Rods. Rods help us to see the different shades in the same color. Different shades in the same color. Brightness, it helps to control the brightness. So different shades in the same color. Bright red, dull red, crimson red. Who will decide? Rods. Yellow color, blue color, green color. Who will decide? Cones. And cones are absent from the retina of animals, buffaloes, birds, rabbits. Right? Then what is this phobia? Phobia. Phobia is the most sensitive point on the retina. Most sensitive. Now student can question me, sir, what do you mean by most sensitive? Then I will say, suppose I am standing in your class and there are 30 students, but I am talking to one particular student and I am looking at his face. So when teacher is talking to a particular student out of 30 students sitting in the class, the image of the face of that student to which the teacher is primarily talking, the image of that student will form on the most sensitive place on the retina, fovea, and the image of all other students surrounding the talking student, that their images will be on the surrounding nearby area to the phobia point. It means the object on which the eyes are primarily focused at a single point, the image of that point will be formed on the fovea. Fovea is the most sensitive point on the retina. Got it, bete? Sclera is the white color which gives the white color portion in the human eye that gives you the spongy touch. You must have seen the spongy ball. If you press the spongy ball, release it, it comes back. Same pump quality is given to the eye by sclera. Suppose on one particular day while playing with other students, the finger of one particular student enter into your eyes. What do you see? Are tears in the eyes for some time. This sclera helps us from the eye injuries. It compresses down and after some time it comes back to the original shape, like the spongy ball. Sclera saves the eye from injuries. Then it is optic nerve. Whatever the image is formed on the retina that is real and inverted, that image is carried to the brain in the form of electromagnetic pulses to the brain by which nerve? That nerve is known as optic nerve. Then the message given by the optic nerve to the brain of the person will be interpreted by the brain. Then the brain will give the information to the student that you are looking at the chair, you are looking at your mother, you are looking at the table, you are looking at the clock. Whatever image is formed at the retina, the information is taken to the brain by the optic nerve. Got it? So this is what the whole various different portion. There is another transparent liquid which is called as vitreous humor, which is inside the eyeball. What is the job of the vitreous humor? Job of the vitreous humor. This liquid, transparent liquid, it has two jobs. Two jobs. Number one, it gives the outward pressure to the human eye. Outward pressure to the human eye. This outward pressure by the liquid vitreous humor keeps the eye in the spherical shape. Keeps the eyeball in the spherical shape. Number one job. Number two, when this ray of the light enters through the vitreous humor, this vitreous humor does not allow the light beam to scatter, does not allow the light beam to scatter here and there. It keeps the ray of light very sharply directed to the single point, very sharply directed. That is the job of vitreous humor. Number one, it keeps the ray of light very sharply focused. Number two, it keeps the eyeball spherical in shape. This was the discussion of human eye. Now, is any there? And yes, just look at the job of the ciliary muscle. But look here, ciliary muscle here you see what it does. Ciliary muscles have stretched the lens. How this lens is stretched? Outward by this ciliary muscle outward such that it is less thicker at the center. This means this eye lens is now looking at the far objects like flying birds. like flying birds, like moon. When the lens is stretched outward, it is focusing at the far objects. But when the ciliary muscles stretch the lens, it becomes thicker at the center. That means now it is focusing on the near objects. Like one person is threading the needle. One person is threading the needle, keeping the needle here and threading it. It means needle is placed very close to the eye. In that case, ciliary muscles have to compress the eyelid such that it becomes more thicker here, more thicker. Here it is less thicker. And this phenomena, this capability of the human lens, that as per the need, it can focus on the far objects or it can focus on the lower objects. This ability of the eye is known as accommodation. Accommodation. As per the need of the eye can focus either on the far objects or on the near objects. Yes, now we will cover up the assignment. Open the assignment. Shabash, everybody. Open up your assignment, read the first question. Look here, bete. I am showing you the glass slab. Just see. Glass slab. Okay. This is your laser beam. Laser beam. Right? And this is your, what you see, a glass of water. Glass of water. Why I am showing this glass of water? I am telling you the process of refraction. When I will put this pencil, which is unbroken, very straight line, I will put this into the glass, it will appear broken due to refraction. Just see. When the glass is, pencil is placed in the liquid at one spot where it is entering from rarer to denser medium, it appears broken because of the process of refraction. Refraction. Why refraction occurs? The cause of the refraction is light has different velocities in different medium. Light has higher velocity in air, lesser velocity in water. Different velocities of the light in different medium is the cause of the refraction. Similarly, you see, this is your prism and this is your white light. White light prism. Presently in my room, so much light is there. Had there been very dark room and I would have placed here the screen and I place the white light here, here the spectrum I will obtain with Gior. But presently I can't show you because the huge light is in my room. Similarly, if I throw the red light on the glass prism, it shows the refraction. On other side of the glass slab, you see light coming. That is because of the refraction through glass slab, right? Now we will discuss the assignment. Question number 1. Please tell me. Question number 1. Yes, bete. What is your option? If you people think that your chosen option is C, please raise 3 fingers. If chosen option is B, please raise 2 fingers. So first question, what is refraction? The bending of waves as they pass from one medium to another. Shabash. the refraction of light from the surface. What is your choice? First question. First question. Shabash, raise your finger as per your choice. One figure for the first choice, two figure for the second choice, three figure for the C choice. Shabash. So Aristotle is performing best. Butler section is performing best. Emerson is also performing best. Confucius is best, but three sections are not performing. Alessandro, no choice. Dennett. What is Dennett? What is your choice for the first question? Shabash. Dennett. Raise your finger. Read the first question. All other students, I would like to say, all of you are correct. Shabash. The first choice, A choice. When the ray of light coming from one medium to another, its direction of light gets changed, bends. Bends. This is known as refraction. This ray is called incident ray. This ray is called refracted ray. Refracted ray. And this particular is called point of incidence. Move to the second question. Second question already done by us. Second question already done by us. Prism mein, I have explained you the things, but let me tell you the refraction through glass slab. Look here, bete. I am telling refraction through glass slab. Look at the figure carefully. I have taken glass slab here. Right? On the glass slab, I am showing the throwing the ray of light. Ray of light is being thrown. Incident ray. And here I am drawing the normal. This particular is called angle of incidence. This particular angle is known as angle of glass. Angle of glass, G. Angle of glass plus angle of incidence. The total is always 90 degree. 90 degree. Okay? As light is entering from rarer medium to denser medium, okay, what will happen? It will leave its path and bends towards the normal. Towards the normal. So it is going this way. Right? Finally, here I am drawing another line here. Now the light is going from denser medium to rarer medium. What will happen? It will go away from the normal. This is your normal. Normal means making 90 degree angle. This will go away from the normal like this. So what I have shown you, refraction through prism, a glass slab. Refraction through glass slab. That was your second question. Look at the assignment. Look at the assignment. Shabash. The same I have explained. Question number 3. Shabash, read it and tell me your choice. A student observes a rainbow in the sky after rain. Which physical phenomena are involved in its formation? Third question, what is your choice? Shabash, Alessandro performing best. Aristotle, very good. Correct. Correct. But if your choice is 3, raise 3 fingers. If your choice is 4, raise 4 fingers. Uh, uh, 2 sections. This year, Butler. Butler, 3 fingers, very correct. Shabash. So 3 sections performed very well. So here you will say question number 3, C choice. Question 4. Assertion reason. When a ray of light enters from water to air, it slows down and bends away from the normal. Tell me, assertion wrong or correct? Reason wrong or correct? What is your choice? What let's first talk about assertion. But if you say assertion is correct, raise two fingers. If you say assertion is wrong, raise one finger. Shabash. What is your choice? What is your choice? Shabash. Students saying assertion is correct. Two fingers. When a light enters from water to air, it slows down and bends away from the normal. Correct. Shabash. Answer is correct. Assertion is right. Second, reason. Reason. If it is wrong, one finger. If it is correct, raise two fingers. What is your choice? Reason is saying refraction occurs because speed of the light is greater in air than in water. Shabash. Kitni fingers? How many fingers? You are saying correct. Ray of light is moving faster in ray of light. Speed of light is greater in air. Bilkul correct. Shabash, correct. So very good performer. Dennett section is showing less performance. Otherwise, all good. Question number 5. Question number 5. Shabash. Assertion. Dispersion does not occur in vacuum. Dispersion does not occur in vacuum. Whether it is wrong or correct. Whether it is wrong or correct. What is your choice for assertion? Shabash. Assertion. Two finger, one finger. One finger, two finger. Shabash. What is your choice? Assertion. It is saying that dispersion will not happen in vacuum. Alessandro bete, yellow t-shirt, specs boy. Please come on the mic. Shabash. Yes, yes. Reply. He says in the question, dispersion cannot occur in vacuum. Meaning, white light will not split into 7 colors in vacuum. Correct or wrong?
Correct.
Correct. Because it is correct. Shabash. Because Shabash. Medium is must for the dispersion. You were saying that it split into 7 colors through the prism. The glass of the prism is serving as medium. Some medium is must for dispersion. Second,
Sir, I have a question.
yes, please ask.
Sir, in fourth question,
Hmm?
sir, they shouldn't the light rays entering from air to water.
Refraction occurs because speed of the light is greater in air than in water, bete.
नो सर इधर हमारी लाइट रे एयर से डेंसर मीडियम पर ट्रैवल कर रही है फिर वो नॉर्मल की तरफ नहीं होनी थी घंटा आपने कहा कि ये ठीक है यहाँ पर
बेटे सुनो सुनो इट बेंड्स फ्रॉम वाटर टू एयर तो इट शुड बी अवे व्हेन इट वाटर टू एयर इट शुड बी हाँ बेटे शाबाश अब नहीं अवे तो लिखा है अवे तो लिखा है उसमें वाटर टू एयर लुक यार बेटे it is water, it is air, light is traveling from water to air. When it goes from denser medium to rarer medium, it bends away from normal.
सर इधर वाटर फ्रॉम एयर लिखा हुआ है
Water from air है, water from air. Okay, you are right, बच्चे, you are right. Water, air, when it is entering water from air. शाबाश बेटे, शाबाश, बहुत अच्छे, बहुत अच्छे. It bends towards normal, towards normal. So it इसने लिखा है away from normal. शाबाश. Assertion में हम इसको wrong बोलेंगे बेटे. Assertion wrong. बहुत अच्छे, बहुत अच्छे. कौन सा स्टूडेंट है? Very good. What is your good name? What is your good name?
सर माय नेम इज ईशान बांसल
मैं very nice. Clapping for you. Clapping for you. बहुत अच्छे. बैठो. और क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. Question number 6. Question number 5. Reason. The colors of the light travel at same speed in vacuum. Yes, true. Question number 6. Assertion. Refracted ray inside the glass slab bends towards normal. Correct. Reason. Reason. the speed of the light is greater in glass than in air. Wrong. Because glass is the denser medium. Speed of the light should be lesser. So he is saying greater. The reason is wrong. So this means we have covered 6 questions. 7th question is most important question. Let me see who can reply the 7th question. Competition among all classes. Shabash, what is the answer of 7th color? 7th question. 7th question, bete. Read the 7th question. Read the 7th question. Hurry up. He is asking refractive index of different objects. Let me tell you, write down the refractive index. Refractive index cornea. Cornea refractive index is 1.376. Aqueous humor. Aqueous humor refractive index. Teacher is telling it is 1.336. Air refractive index is 1. Then your lens, eye lens, it is 1.42. All students should note this. Shabash, hurry up. Write down everybody. Refractive index, cornea, aqueous humor, air, eye lens. Okay. So in this case, you can easily write which is in the increasing order. So the answer is how much? Which answer? Which choice you will pick up? A, B, C, D. Air is less. Cornea. Second should be aqueous humor. Third should be cornea. D option. 7th is D option.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, now departure time is there, sir.
One last question, bete. Last 2 questions I will do. Okay. Which part of the human eye is primarily responsible for initial refraction? Cornea. 8th C. Cornea. 9th question. The image formed on the retina is real and inverted. Brain interprets it as erect and perceived correctly. Correct? So 9th question, C option. Write down. Everybody please note down. 9th question, C option. Okay. But next we will do. Is it the time for departure? But is it the time for departure? Am I right? Okay. Wind up. Your buses are waiting, I think. Have you understood today's lecture? If yes, please wave your both hands. Please wave your both hands.